Good morning. I'll turn on my light. It's Saturday. What day is it? It's the 10th. And it's 7:12. And I thought, well, I haven't vlogged in a while. I'll vlog today. I haven't really been doing a lot of vlogging here over the last couple weeks because Harry's been off, and then I've just had a lot of different errands to run and things like that. So, and just other things going on, that it's been kind of busy, and it's been the kind of busy that I can't record, you know what I mean? So I thought, well, I'll pick up my camera and I'll start vlogging today. And I don't know if I'll, get everything vlogged today that I want to. I might go into tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I'm rinsing dishes because I have a sink full of dishes. And I have to get ready, get my makeup on and everything because I got to take Lacey to the vet. She had to go, when did I take her? Thursday? I took her Thursday to the vet. She had to go for another round of testing. All her levels are still good, but they didn't have that hormonal shot that she needs. So it came in yesterday, but late before they closed, and the vet called and said, can I bring her in today? And they had lots of openings, but I'm the kind of person I like to, get the earliest one first thing in the morning if possible. And Home Alone's on. Hear the music? So, they've all been outside. I haven't even turned on my Christmas tree yet or anything because I don't want to say I just got up. I've been awake. But I doze off and on when I get up really early in the morning. So, we're going to the vet. And then, I think the only other thing that I was going to do today is mop floors. Because, Harry's home today, but he'll be leaving at some point to go visit his mom and do her grocery shopping. And, the kids are working today, so, anyway. Let's see. So, I have another busy week coming up. I got things I got to do. And then, doing a road trip at the end of the week. Adam and I are gonna go to Ohio and go visit my mom. We usually try to go either like in the fall or December. We used to try to go in December, and we like going in December because it's Christmas time, all the decorations, and everybody does Christmas lights up there. Some people around here do Christmas lights, but up in Ohio where we're from, people are still into Christmas lights. I mean, you can go down neighborhood streets and there's just Christmas lights all over the place. So we like to go in December, so it was a last minute decision. He had to see if he could get off work. And so we're going to be doing that. Harry's going to be on vacation now till the end of the year. He'll go back to work, I guess like what, January 2nd. So he's going to be home, and then the kids get their days off and stuff like that. So somebody will always be here with the dogs, let's put it that way. And look how green this still is. I just watered it yesterday. So I took that other flameless candle off and I put this one, because then this way this thing can stay lighted all day. The other timer, thing with the timer comes on, later in the evening. But here's what you do to water it. You just get, a small glass of water or a measuring cup of water, and you just pour it on here. I'm not going to water it again because the water, if you keep watering, it's just like with a plant that you get with one of these things. If you overwater it, the water goes down into the dish there. That's why I have that dish with the sides that are up. So, but it's all nice and green. Things are still nice and soft because it's just like, you know, when you get a Christmas tree, if you keep watering, it will stay nice. And that's with a freshly cut tree. Some Christmas trees, when you buy them and you water them, the needles begin to fall off and it dries out. You want to know why? Because you know that some Christmas trees, they begin cutting them down like in October and like November. But if you go out to a Christmas tree farm where you're freshly cutting your tree, and as long as you're keeping it watered, you know, those are the ones that the needles aren't falling off and all of that. So anyway, I've got to get ready and get Lacey to the vet. All right, so I thought I would, and I hope that the camera's not blurry because it's really cold out here. It is 28 degrees. It's freezing. So anyway, I thought I'd just share a minute with you before I get to the vet, because the vet's only a couple minutes from my house. For those of you that don't know, the reason why we go to Ohio, we go to visit my mom. I have a brother that lives there, and his family, my older brother, lives in Tennessee. He lived in Texas for like 20 plus years, but he's in Tennessee now. And I'm from Ohio. I was born in Akron, Ohio, and we moved to Washington, D.C. for a little bit, and then we moved back to Ohio, and we moved to the Youngstown, Ohio area. So that's where I grew up, in Youngstown, which is Northeast Ohio. And Northeast Ohio gets a ton of snow every year. It's guaranteed tons of snow, and you're guaranteed to almost every single year have a white Christmas. Very rare is there not a white Christmas. Even if it's not snowing on Christmas Day, it snowed before Christmas Day. You know what I mean? That snow's still on the ground. And because it's Northeast Ohio, it's cold all the time, and the snow stays on the ground for a long period of time. So here I am at the vet. My vet lives right there. And this is my vet's office right here. So I forgot to show you guys in my Disney haul when I, came back from vacation, because I had put these in my china cabinet, and so I didn't show these to you. Those Santa mugs, and it's got the gold paint trim on it. These are from Germany. They're, how do you say that? Reuter porcelain from Germany. And so I got 2 of those. And then this week, my aunts always send us stuff. My one aunt, was it earlier this week or the end of last week? She sent us 2 boxes of Chocolate Charlie. It's made in South Bend, Indiana, at a candy store there, and they only put it out from Thanksgiving till Christmas, and then that's it. And I showed that to you guys before. And then another aunt, my aunt, what did she send me? Oh, she sent us some jams from Stonewall Kitchen. This is one of the jams we opened, the Wild Maine Blueberry. And Harry, it was really funny, he tried it on a croissant right away, and he's like, it's like eating blueberries, because there's like little blueberries in it. He says it's more like eating blueberries than jam. But then my other aunt sent us a couple days ago, a little box arrived. See the Santa? But notice all the way around, see it's got like little buttons there, and the way the top is like stitched. It's supposed to be like a Santa sweater mug. And the top part there has a little hole, because it had a little ribbon through it, but it's going to get wet when you wash the dishes, so I took them out. But she sent us 2 of those, and then she sent a cute little bear for Alex. It's really, really cute. So anyway, those are our Christmas mugs that we're using. And I'm going to share this as a tip. Let me wash this plate. I shared this last year with you guys to keep your weight down for like, well, you know what? I got some that are dry over here. To keep your weight down so you're not gaining a lot of weight from like all your Christmas cookies and whatever little snacks and stuff that you make. I bought last year this little size plate. I mean, these are smaller than like a plate, a dessert plate that you put like cake on. These are smaller than that. And my rule for myself is whatever I can put on this plate and not pile it up, just whatever I can put on the plate, which is, you know, depending on the size cookies, you know, you can have maybe about 4 cookies or whatever fits on that plate, that's it. And then, you know, throughout the day, just try not to nibble on any things. Now, sometime during the day, I'll have a little bit of something like just a little bit to go with some coffee. I had 4 little tiny squares, and I mean tiny squares of baklava. It's like a big piece of baklava that was divided into 4. So really it was like a piece of baklava. So I had that with my coffee. And so I'm going to try, you know, to lay off of snacking on sweets and chocolate and stuff until later this evening. So that's what I do. That's my, you know, snack time, you know, between 6 and 7 when I'm sitting watching whatever on television. I get a little dessert plate like that. It's not a dessert plate. They're smaller than that, but a little plate, and I put my cookies on there, and I have my cookies, and then that's it. I did that last year, and I did really well with my weight in not gaining a lot of weight. Now, let's talk about weight gain for a minute. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I lost a whole bunch of weight this last summer. I was telling you guys that I started that weight loss and I did really well. However, I have gained probably between 15 and 20 pounds of it back. And I don't know because I won't get on a scale, but I can tell by my clothes and the way that my clothes fit. I'm still wearing the same size as when I lost the weight, but like my pants aren't real loose like they were. They just fit me nice and comfy. So I gained probably 15 to 20 pounds, but that's okay because, you know, we ate a lot on vacation, and then when we came back from vacation, it was the end of September, and, you know, I'm looking forward to fall and all my fall baking and pies and stuff that, you know, we really don't eat during the year. Like, we don't eat pumpkin pie except like in the fall, and, you know, things like that. So I've gained a little bit back from that, but with my Christmas cookies and stuff now, I'm just gonna, you know, do like I did last year, just a little bit at a time, so I'm not gaining any more weight. And then when January 1st gets here, then I'm going to be back into full swing. I'm going to get off this little bit that I gained from vacation until now, and then I want to continue losing a little bit more. And I'm hoping by May that I'm going to be where I need to be, my average weight. And so I'll do it. It's just gonna, you know, have to get through the holidays, and so we just do a little bit at a time, and just make rules for ourselves, you know. A little plate, a little bit of cookies, only do it at night. Don't splurge, don't go above, you know, what you're supposed to be eating. So I just got done filming a Christmas tag video. Ugh, I'm bending down picking up dog dishes they ate. Hold on 1 second. The girlies just had their lunch. So I don't know how that tag video is gonna turn out. Pretty basically what it is, it's not a list of questions, you know, because a lot of tag videos, it's like, you know, it's a list of questions that you're answering. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just thought, you know, to kind of be different and get away from the norm. This is just pretty basically sharing your Christmas traditions and how it was like when you were growing up at Christmas, and what you did for Christmas. Did you get together with your family, that sort of thing? And, you know, how did you incorporate those traditions growing up into your life now, especially if you're married? So that's pretty basically what it was. Only thing was, the phone rang, I had to stop. So I started that video over, I think 3 times, seriously. And then by that point, the clocks were going off. You know, we have the grandfather clock, and we have another clock in our living room too. So it's like, I like to try to do any kind of filming in between, like right when the new hour strikes, you know, dong, 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 and it's over with, because then that gives you an hour. Because then if you had to stop and do anything and come back, you don't have all of that, you know what I mean? But so the clock started in. Anyway, I had to keep stopping. I used my Sony camera. That's the one that if you don't splice the editing just precisely correctly in Windows Movies 10, that it does a little garbly, goopy thingy for a few seconds during the frames until it, you know, evens out or whatever. So because I had to stop that many times, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think I had to put pellets in here. Hang on 1 second. Okay, so I got that fixed now. All right, so anyway, so I'll edit that a little bit later, and we'll see what it's like. If it doesn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, and it doesn't look so great, I will probably refilm it again tomorrow, being Sunday. Let's have a look at this tree here. Okay, I just bought this Christmas tree last year. The normal one that we have is really wide. It takes up the whole archway there. A few years ago is when I started doing that woodland theme, you know. See, like I got my owls, and I got my birds, and I got this owl, and all kinds of things, okay? And then I incorporate other ornaments along with it. But I put the bells at the top of the tree here, like that, last year, and this is the second year, and it's probably the last year. I think what I'm going to do, and this tree is such a mess. Let me just show it to you. Look at this. First of all, look at this. Ornaments that have to go back on the tree. You know how many times we've had to redo the tree here, and see all this falling off here, and these things just kind of, let's see that there. This is that Santa Claus, and he plays music, and Alex is constantly going after this Santa Claus. We have put this Santa Claus back in this tree I don't know how many times. The branches are falling down. I'm going to have to fix this later. Anyway, this is coming out because he's always grabbing the Santa Claus. He likes this, but I put this up high where he can't get it. But he's taking all the ornaments off. He takes the bows off, and so anyway, that tree, it's getting very messy. So anyway, this tree here behind me, that's the tree that he touches everything and he pulls things off, which you expect that with a 2-year-old. The other Christmas trees, he's really not pulling things off of there. He just goes over, he stands there, he touches the ornaments, he holds them in his hand but leaves them hooked onto the tree. He just like looks at it and inspects it. But this tree is the one that he likes to just take everything off of it. And so anyway, the tree needs to be fixed and so forth. But let me tell you about this tree over here. I've accented with red because I got all the cranberry picks. When I changed all this over to the woodland theme is when I bought all these picks and stuff. I bought these red ribbon bows last year, and see, they're all getting smashed. The year before that, I had different bows up there. But anyway, I'm tired of the red. I got red now in the foyer. So this tree, I'm thinking about when I see ornaments, especially when they start going on sale, like the browns and the copper color, not copper, but like the different browns that they have, and green, not like a Christmas green, but you know, some of those other greens that they have. I want to try incorporating that with gold, other color bulbs like that. I was either thinking of those colors, or I was thinking of getting like the teals with the light blue and like the silver with gold, something like that. I'm gonna try to buy ornaments if I can and get them on sale this year before the season's out, so that that tree next year has a different look to it. And oh, right here, this is my inspiration here, pretty basically. See the brown and this color green? So that's not like a Christmas green, that's a different kind, like an olive green or whatever. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's one thing I'm going to be doing this year, is preparing for next year, changing the whole look of that tree there. And I think too, well, I can probably get ribbon on sale and things like that just for the Christmas trees. I think I am going to get new ribbons, and I'm going to try to buy a lot because I make my own bows too, so I need lots of spools. So just to kind of every year I like to make things look a little bit different. I don't want to keep the same thing all the time. Even if you use like the same ornaments, you can change out the ribbon, or you can change out the way that you put the ribbon on the tree, just to give it a different look, so it's not the same thing all the time. So anyway, I'll be doing that. Okay, one more thing here in this segment. Let's look at my table so far. So I have not made any Christmas goodies, except here and here is the rest of the fudge. I had those other cookies that I had made that they're gone now. All my Irish candies and cookies are here. I usually make my own turtles, but last year and this year I just bought them. So I have that. We have baklava. I usually make my own baklava. I don't know what it is, but last year it was a crazy Christmas, a lot going on. It was a year that my dad had been gone, and my father died December of 2014. As a matter of fact, I was making Christmas cookies. I was rolling Christmas cookies when my mom called me that my father passed away. And I wasn't depressed. We were still carrying on the holiday. Everything was fine. But it's just back there in the subconscious, it's like, this is the year my dad's been gone. And, even though I was festive, I still carried on Christmas. I just kind of I wanted to decorate, enjoy my decorations. I wanted to go out, look at Christmas lights, drive around, look at Christmas lights. And, I still wanted to have my eggnog and my hot chocolate in the evenings, things like that. I mean, everything was fine. But for some reason, I didn't really want to bake Christmas cookies. And I think what it was a subconscious thing. It's like, I love to bake, period. And especially at Christmas time, I love baking my own cookies and candies, making them. But I think I was thinking subconsciously, because when I got the phone call about my father, I was making Christmas cookies. And so I think that's why I didn't want to bake last year. And so I ordered those Cheryl's cookies, which are right here. And I mean, there's all kinds. She has like the best cookies. This is like a little Santa belt there. This is a snowman. I took all the reindeer out because I wanted to save those for Alex. But these are snowflakes. These are raspberry orange. These are mint, and they have chocolate chips in them. There's mocha, there's latte something, there's caramel pecan, salted caramel, all different kinds. So I got Cheryl's cookies here, Cheryl cookies here. I got Cheryl cookies here. These are those apples that my friend sent me. I got popcorn. This is stolen in little nugget bite-sized things. So I have those like in the morning with my coffee. So this is my sweet table so far. And the reason why I went ahead and I ordered Cheryl's cookies this year, I still want to try to make my own sugar cookies. I didn't make them last year. It was the first time that I didn't make them, but it's a tradition that we do them. So I told Carly, I said, we're going to have to at least try to squeeze in a double recipe of sugar cookies. So we're going to try to work on that here soon. But the Cheryl's cookies, first of all, they're good cookies. And all the different flavors that she has. They're really nice. So I just told my family, I said, you know, those Cheryl's cookies were so good when I got those last year. I'm going to buy them again this year. And then, of course, then with all the sweets that are given to us and everything, we get so much that, you know, I'm not really going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me just say this. I want to make my sugar cookies because it's a tradition. And I usually make gingerbread cookies. And Adam has asked me for that a couple days ago. He said, Mom, please, you haven't made gingerbread cookies in a couple years now. At least make gingerbread cookies. So I'm thinking I might do that just for him. So anyway, and that'll be it for the sweets because we're getting kind of close to Christmas now. And whatever's left over, usually after New Year's, I take everything, I bag it up in freezer bags, and I put it out in the freezer. We give ourselves a break. And then sometime during the winter, especially like if you know like big snow's coming or something like that, then we go to the freezer, we take cookies out, let them thaw out, and then we eat them. But so anyway, that's my sweet table so far, and I wanted to show that because I had somebody ask me about that. And so yeah, that's it so far. That's going on this year. So we decorated with lights out back. We decorated out front. I'm going to stop this vlog here, but I'll end it by showing you the lights that we did. And the lights on Alex's playhouse is really fun to look at that because it reminds me of Snoopy's doghouse, you know, on the Charlie Brown Christmas special, you know, when Snoopy's out there decorating his doghouse and just how the wires are just kind of like all over the place. It's like a big tangled mess. And that's what Alex's house looks like because you can't hang the lights on anything. You gotta, here, let me show you. You just gotta like rope them through like wherever there's openings in that. But I'll show it to you. I'll go out there tonight and show you the lights. Yeah, that'll be the end of the vlog. You'll see that, and that will be right now because I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you, and hopefully I'll have that video up for you guys about the traditions and stuff. Hopefully the following day after this is put up, and if not, it's because I have to record it again, which means I'll have to do it again tomorrow, and hopefully my phone won't ring and all other kinds of distractions. So anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye. So here's my Christmas lights outside. So right over here I have a lighted snowman with poinsettias, and then oh, the wind blew this guy. This is just a fabric snowman with poinsettias and my garland and wreath and a bow. I usually have a floodlight on here, but I didn't want to put a floodlight this year on here, and I stuck my wreath over my light. And then some bells there, and a set of bells there, and I got a Merry Christmas ornament sign thing over there. And then I have just stationary mini lights on my holly bushes. And then these are mini sparkle random lights. I get those over at Lowe's. And then I have a bow on this side and on the other side. And these are those large bulbs. They're like the translucent ones, but they're colored, obviously. Here on my lamp post, and then around the door, I have the same big bulbs, but they're the kind that they're not translucent. And now zoom in. This is my neighbors directly across the street, and then the house next door to them. And our next door neighbors, which you can't see because everything kind of goes around that way, but the next door neighbors have lights on their house, and the neighbor that's across the street over there where it's dark, you can't see, they don't have their lights on. They have floodlights on their house because they hang wreaths in their windows and everything. So this is outside the front. And now I will take you to the back. And oh, look at the moon up there. I just now noticed that. It is freezing. It's like 28 degrees outside. And I'm freezing. Freezing! Okay, and this is our pergola. I'll show you that in a minute. And my neighbor, you could see their lights on their garage over there. But they got them the front of their house and on their bushes too. But anyway, here's Alex's house. I told you it looks like Snoopy when Snoopy just threw lights on his doghouse. And he likes those, actually, by the way. And then I put big lights on, well, Adam and I put on the tree there. And that's our Santa Stop Here sign. And then we have our Noel candles. And then these are snowflake lights. And then these are those icicle lights in the back, but they're not really hanging down. I don't know why they won't stretch down. Ugh, I'm so cold, you guys. But anyway, so that's it for our lights out back here. So I'll see you next video. Bye.